Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dr. Craig Kasper from NYHD and the Institute for Hearing and Balance. We're based in New York City. And today I have my colleague, Dr. Alexandra Zweig. What's up, Dr. Zweig?
Hello, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So, we've been doing these episodes for the past couple of weeks now, where it's the audiologist at home episodes because we are at home as a
Yes.
result of what's going on with the coronavirus and our office being closed. But what we're really trying hard to do is provide some value and some insight and hopefully be a little entertaining as we talk about some of the important topics that a lot of our patients might bring to the table on a day-to-day basis in practice, and also some of the questions we've been getting from the info@newyorkhearingdoctors.com email address. So today I have a question for you, and I think
Mhm.
this is a really interesting one actually, because this is something that's been around for a while, but it's actually gained a lot of popularity in recent times because of the way that it helps people function in different environments.
Mhm.
So the question that I have for you today is, what is a telecoil?
Okay, so telecoils have probably been around for over 50 years. Definitely not a new concept, but definitely a concept that I think is probably under described in clinic or underutilized by patients. So a telecoil, or sometimes described as a T-coil, is a small copper coil that's embedded in certain types of hearing aids. So usually the standard size hearing aid, maybe a little bit larger, some custom hearing aids that sit in the ear. If you're curious if your hearing aid does have a telecoil, it's something just to ask your audiologist to determine if it's embedded within the device. So this small copper wire that's embedded within the hearing aid receives an electromagnetic signal from a variety of sources. So what does that mean? So there's many public venues around the world. So telecoils can be found in many venues all over the world and country. Some examples of that would be like a theater setting, a lecture hall, certain taxi cabs, banks, places of worship. All are public venues that generally, for the most part, will have what we call a hearing loop or an induction loop that is kind of embedded in the floors of that venue, and it provides the magnetic wireless signal that's picked up by the telecoil in the hearing aid. So basically, when a person is wearing a hearing aid and they activate the telecoil, which is usually just by pressing a button on the device, any conversation that is being broadcasted in that venue's audio system is going to be sent directly to the hearing aid telecoil. So let's give an example of being in a theater setting. So the theater setting has this induction loop around the entire theater, and an individual is sitting in a seat, so they're within that loop. They turn on their hearing aid telecoil by pressing the button, and now the stage audio is going to stream directly to that person's hearing aid. So the benefits of this is it cuts out unwanted background noise. There's no headset. It's inconspicuous. Anyone in that theater or anyone in that venue can access this if they have a telecoil. It's not specific for a certain number of people. So it can be used at the same time. And ultimately, it helps an individual with hearing impairment hear what they want to hear and eliminate anything that they don't want to hear, which with hearing aids in general is always our goal. So I think it's a very significant system that we can use for most people.
That sounds amazing. So the question that I have though is that although these systems they sound great, they're not found everywhere just yet. More and more places, I'm guessing, are getting them because of accessibility, the need for more and more places to be accessible.
Mhm.
So how would someone know if a place that they're going into has a loop?
So there is a specific signal or symbol, so to speak, that indicates that that place will have an induction loop. So the symbol, which hopefully we can kind of put up on the screen
Yeah,
here,
I'll make sure I pop it up on the screen here.
looks like an ear with a line going through it. So that indicates to the individual that there is a hearing loop present and that your telecoil within your hearing aid should connect to that hearing loop. There are other ways as well if you'd like to know before you go into that venue. There are websites such as loopamerica.com and loopfinder.com are both really good websites that you can search before going to that venue whether they will have the loop system. You can also download an app on your phone called Loop Finder. It's a Loop Finder app, which is also very helpful. So anywhere you are, you can type in the name of the venue and it will let you know if there is a loop system available.
That's great. We appreciate you sharing that with us today. It sounds like hearing aids, although the technology for T-coil has been around for a long time, as you said, originally it was used for old landline telephones.
Yeah.
But the new reason why we're using them now is for the ability, as you said, for our patients who are wearing hearing instruments to connect to these different transmission systems within our world, which I think is tremendous. It really allows people who have hearing loss to be able to connect in ways that they never were able to connect before. So really appreciate you sharing that information today with us, Dr. Zweig. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So, as you guys know, we are happy to answer any questions that you might have. So, you can feel free to send them to info@newyorkhearingdoctors.com, and we will do our best in an upcoming episode of the Audiologist at Home episodes to answer your questions. And with that, I will say happy Friday to Dr. Zweig. Thank you so much for coming back on today.
My pleasure. Happy Friday. Have a
Happy Friday.
good weekend.
Yeah, you as well. We'll talk soon. Take care now.